We have accomplished so much so far in this rebuild that we have been doing of this camper. But there is one project that out of everything, I think I have been the most excited to get into. Don't get me wrong, painting the walls and framing the windows and doing all of the things that we have done, the new sink and the faucet, that has been absolutely incredible. But there is one thing that has been the bane of my existence every single day since we moved in, and that is the flooring. It's old and worn out, so it doesn't look the greatest, but half of it is carpet, and I hate carpet with a passion. It's just not the most practical thing when you're living in a small space like this with 2 humans and 2 dogs. It is a full-time job keeping it clean, trying to keep it looking nice. It was worn out when we moved in, and now it is significantly over the hill. Today, that all changes, and I am so excited. I barely have words. So we're just gonna get into it and we're gonna see how it goes. There were so many little staples. And there's so much sand and crap underneath this carpet. This needed to happen.
Reduces thermal transmission. Ideal for sound dampening and insulation. No more cold feet.
So Stuart is playing Tetris to get the underlayment down. There isn't really room for me to be in there right now, so we'll get some footage after we get everything down. But because we don't have a ton of square foot of space, we're able to be a little bit more premium in our flooring choices, which is really, really exciting. So for the underlayment, we decided to do cork, which is pretty desirable because it's known for being warm and quiet, which are 2 things that we really, really want. For the flooring that we're going to be putting down, and I'm so excited to show you what it looks like because it is so beautiful, we decided to go with engineered hardwood. And we decided to do that for a couple of reasons. But the primary reason is just ease of installation and the fact that we'll be able to staple and or nail it down so that we will never have to worry about it going anywhere. Later on in this video, I will tell you a story about our old flooring and our old rig and why I think floating floors are the devil. But that's for a little bit later on. For now, we're gonna get this underlayment down and then move on to the flooring. Final piece. I see it. What if we opened it up and it was like...
It looked like...
the complete wrong color?
It looked like a piece of 1x4 that was
I'd
ripped.
be so bummed.
It's like, look at all the color they don't have, babe.
I know.
Oh, this is the back side.
Yeah, that's what made me say that. It's like, what if we opened it up and it all looked like this? But it doesn't. Oh, I like it even more now.
It smells like stain.
Oh, what weird, it does. I like how they put like the imperfections and stuff in it too. It's like pre-worn.
That's from the machine. but it's like left intentionally. Yeah.
Right. Well, like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it comes like that.
Oh, I thought you meant that
It's
they like take a grinder to it and put some.
It's engineered hardwood. Obviously, it's by a machine.
Yeah.
It's so warm. Gonna be a late one tonight, I think, and I don't think that we're going to get it all done, but we are making headway, and it's amazing how such a narrow of a space can still be so tricky, because there's still notches and grooves and places where you have to modify the planks, so it's kind of slow going. We were able to get so much done the other night. We burned the midnight oil a little bit. I don't think we got to bed until around 1 a.m., but we knocked out the vast majority of it, and I love it so much. Today, we are going to be finishing that up, hopefully. We have edge work, basically, that needs to be done, and if we can get that completed today, then all we'll really have left is the molding. So let's get to it. Can't just put it in any old way you please.
No, there's a match up the planks of the wood.
That looks good. I like that a lot.
The victory is short-lived, okay?
Why?
Now take it out.
Oh. Need like a nail. Oh, here we go. There we go. Our floor is in, and it's so beautiful. And this is a callback to 3 years ago. Shoot, it might even be like 3 years to like the week that we installed the flooring in our last rig in our travel trailer. And that was quite the ordeal. That took days because it was 300 square feet, 200 square feet.
And it was vinyl plank that you had to fight the whole way just to get the seat.
Never again.
That'd be fun. This is a lot easier.
And it's so beautiful.
And it's not going anywhere.
You did such a good job.
And it doesn't float.
And it doesn't float. We'll do the, I've been calling it molding, but
Baseboard.
baseboard. That'll be the next thing, but
For
the hardest, biggest part of it is done.
For now, we have a floor.
Yeah. And it's the nicest floor I've ever had. So I do not think that I need to continue to stress how obsessed we are with this flooring, but it's beautiful and I love it, and I feel very proud of us for having such a luxurious floor. It's the nicest flooring I've ever had because it's such a small space. Something that would ordinarily be insanely expensive in a house was really not a big deal. It was about $130 for a case, and that was enough to do this entire space with a little bit left over. We also have the added bonus that we went with the cork underlayment, which is known for being very warm, and we wanted to do that because we don't want cold floors, and that seemed like the most realistic option for us given everything. And so far, we've had a couple of cool mornings, and it's been very nice to walk on this floor. I haven't felt like I've needed to immediately put on socks, or like the floor is leaching the warmth out of my body or anything like that. It's been absolutely lovely. We still need to do the baseboard trim at some point, but that will be in a future video. At this point, I feel very confident ending the video here and saying that this was a very successful project. Earlier in this video, I said that I would explain why we went with this particular flooring and that there was a little bit of a story. And the long and short of it is that in our first rig that we renovated, that 30-foot travel trailer, we went with tongue and groove luxury vinyl plank because that is what we had seen everybody doing, so we thought that that was the way to go. We did get a really good deal on the flooring that we ended up using, like an insanely good deal. So at least we had that to comfort ourselves with over the ensuing months because we needed the comfort. That flooring was terrible. What nobody tells you about a floating floor like that is that over time it is prone to separation, and you will find gaps and places where the planks have come apart. It does that in a house. So imagine in something that is constantly moving like a travel trailer. It was awful and we hated everything about it. And we did not want to have that problem in this. In fact, we came really close to just doing like a linoleum sheet, basically like what was already in here, just like a wood grain or something, because we could glue that down and know that it wasn't going anywhere. But we had this as an option, and we knew that we would be able to nail or staple it down, and that was the next best thing. Plus, for all of the other reasons, quality and warmth and everything, it was kind of a no-brainer. So that's what we decided to go with. But I do not recommend luxury vinyl plank floating flooring at all. It's a nightmare. Run, don't walk from it, especially if you are installing it in something like a van or a bus or a camper that is constantly going to be moving. It's bad news bears. I do want to say before I close this video out that Stuart and I both feel very blessed to be working somewhere right now where we have access to tools that we don't have, like a nail gun, which made this whole process a lot easier, and like a shop where we can pull in and work on things after hours. We've done that quite a bit throughout this build process, and it has been absolutely fantastic. It has made things a lot easier. We would figure it out if we didn't have that option, but the fact that we do have it has been such a lifesaver in so many ways. So I want to throw that out there just in the interest of full disclosure. We make use of every bit of the environment that we find ourselves in, and it's nice to be in such a supportive environment like the one that we're in right now. So with all of that said, I'm going to close out the video here. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. If you have any questions or comments or flooring story woes of your own, leave them down in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe because there are more renovations coming. We have gotten so much done, but there are always going to be things that need to be done to continue to improve this space, and I'm looking forward to sharing all of that with you guys. So that is it for me this week. Thank you so much. Bye.
Really just tell how like things evolve as the project goes on. I end up with a coat, it ends up being late, she's about to hold a flashlight, and I've already cut my finger. Am I supposed to wait and stop doing this after you've gotten the shot? Or do I need to keep doing it for another 15 seconds?
We went with tongue and groove not laminate, tongue and groove.
LVP, luxury vinyl plank. Canoe brand.
Must be Canadian.
Waterproof?
Oh gosh, oh gosh, that's nasty.